Hello, how are you guys? Well, so that was weird. My phone, I think Friday also did that. It was like really close when I was doing this, and it sort of did that again. Now it's wide angle again, but I actually just turned it on and off and went for it. But anyways, how are you guys? I'm Lori LaRose. It is Monday night here, and I'm going to pull in the colors. Okay, so there's a new color of the week. I have a group. I'm active stamping with Lori LaRose on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel in case you've not ever, in case you're missing stuff and it's older, or you're like, hey, I remember that you made that one. A lot of them, and actually my husband actually was just searching it, and if you hashtag like a stamp set possibly, or active stamping, you'll get some of my stuff. Funny because obviously there's like lots of times 34 million if you do a hashtag something. But if you hashtag something, so pretend I'm going to work with Day at the Beach, very old stamp set, but I will hashtag it Day at the Beach. And if you leave a space and then put Lori, it came up last time. So that's kind of fun. So YouTube's pretty cool about that. Facebook's not even keeping them, so you can't just scroll back, but that's okay. Anyways, we have a group over here called Creativity for Everyone, Stamp and Style, and you are welcome to go and join that, follow it, and follow along and play with us. It's a fun little group. There's a kind of a tighter core that actually shares more than others, but everybody is welcome. You just literally make a card and make a post, and there you go. But that being said, we have color challenges are back. So that's super fun because I've been missing them. Keisha helps, she doesn't even help, she does them all. And she finds the colors now. I used to give her the colors, but now she's finding the colors. And she also, and I am going to be coloring. So why don't I pop you down and talk while we're doing this. Hi Sharon, how you doing, hun? Oh, and that reminds me, I was gonna open up. So it's funny because maybe now I'll get it. I keep kind of, so when I put you down, then I'm like crafting down here, and I'll do this to the phone and I'll look, and I haven't been seeing any comments lately. So then I hang up and I think, oh, it's so sad and lonely by myself, and there you are. But the people were there and I didn't know. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna pop you down because that's enough looking at this face of mine. I was just out golfing. I do love to golf. I also love the last couple years, my husband and I have decided that it's just as nice for me to have a membership as not. I don't golf a ton, but like for today, I didn't have to finish the round because, okay, this is so messy, you guys. What a messy table. I have to show you. This is such a cute set. So simple and easy. This one's in black and Blackberry Bliss. And then this is all in black. Just a super simple card to get you on your way on hashtag Mail One Mondays that I have going on right now. Hey, all right, so we have color challenges. Oh, rats. Okay, on Friday nights we have drinking games, and this is exactly where you, oh, here it is. Yay, you wouldn't get to drink for very long. You are not supposed to chug a lug when you're drinking, just FYI. But the colors last week were, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I think they were Summer Splash and maybe Petunia Pop. And then I'm bringing in Peach Pie just because that's what I want to do, because I feel like that's what I need for these guys. And I'm bringing the black. I'm going to stamp some and color some. And so I'll get my Summer Splash. I might even bring in the pink as well, and my black. I'm not positive what I'm doing. That is my little world. Is I don't usually have very much of a plan beyond a sturdy point. And I'm just going to pull up my Facebook page here so I can see what's going on. There are so many neat things. We are about to be able to pre-order as a demonstrator. If you've ever thought about being a demonstrator, although there's not any deal going on, you do get to pre-order product fast. And so if you are interested, touch base with me. Oh, it says I'm live. Woohoo! All right. Okay, hopefully I can see things. It says I can manage my video. I don't know what that means. I'm busy here. How would I be managing my video? All right, I'm going to put these guys here. How messy is that? Really messy. Hi, Donna. How you doing, hon? Okay, so I'm going to stamp a couple of these images. So I am all about using what we love and what we've curated over the years. So we are started a new week, a new month again of traveling the world, actually. And so you are welcome to join us for sure. You can join from anywhere in the world because you are actually literally shopping your own stash. And if the older the better, everybody's like, woohoo. Oh, you know what? This will be super cool. Oh my gosh. I think I might use all of these things. I think I meant to Pinterest this to see what it would be like. And then I left it. I have to say, so the sun I never even have used. What the heck? I could end up doing a something else. I did get a whole bunch of stamps away. I watched Keisha do her live today and I was quite amazed because after she stamps, she literally has a little cleaner and she cleans and puts everything away right then and there. That is so not my personality, hey? I don't know why I brought these ink pads out because obviously I probably am going to stamp everything in black and go from there. I'm going to be a really good girl. Maybe. Where is my... Oh, here it is. Hang on. Hang on one quick second. I'm going to go wet my claw. I'm going to be inspired by Keisha. I'm going to wipe these each time I stamp them in the black. Keisha also, that's what I was trying to say. Keisha makes... I won't put them away, though. That's too much work. Keisha makes all my graphics. All our graphics, actually. So creativity for everyone. If you're having trouble, you can pop it into the message here or anywhere on this page. And eventually I probably will find it and be like, woohoo. You know what? I'm going to stamp this in black, but I think I want to come back and stamp this in a different color. Totally. So I'm going to stamp that in. I'm going to stamp that in Petunia Pop because I think it'll be pretty with that. And because it's quite solid already. That's fun. And then I clean that again. The pail, I think. So when you're coloring with, oh, I've never used the pail. So I have a little rule that if I haven't used a stamp, I don't necessarily take that piece off and then I know later. When you're coloring with our blends, it's best to use Memento ink. This doesn't look like the Memento ink stamp pad because I have bought a white craft ink and I highly recommend it for everybody. And oh, this guy. And I can't believe I haven't used this popsicle. So this is such an old set that I would have actually had my kids back in the day. I'm actually going to stamp 3 of these and see what happens. I'm going to stamp 2 of this color. And then 1 of a Petunia Pop, just in case I need that. But yeah, I could have used it in summer times. So I have trouble getting rid of any of my sets because I truly have bought them because I loved them and thought they were cool. The caveat on that, of course, is sometimes I have a few celebration sets that I'm like, you know, would I have bought them? Maybe not, but I'm happy that I have them. Excuse me. I'm going to do this in black because, well, I'm going to do it in, I might do it in Petunia Pop. Let's see what that looks like. We'll see. We'll see. And what else? I've got an umbrella too. All right. So this will be interesting because I will say that when I stamp some things in black, it always seems like, oh my gosh, that's really weird. None of the other ones are so off the wall as that one. Huh. I'm not sure that I love that. So they all have an extra line, except for this guy actually, but they all have a sort of an extra line. But this one is just totally just off kilter. Oh, he's a little bit interesting too. It does make for a nice place to color, I think. Oh, I haven't cleaned that. Woohoo me. All right, I'm going to put this down. New challenges today and discounted for passport to creativity fun groups to join. So Keisha is trying to keep me on track because I start stories and then I never finish them. So there's new color challenge today, and it is Melon Mambo. And I thought, oh, as soon as I saw last week, so it's literally popsicles, I was like, oh, I want to pull out the set and I want to play with the colors. And so that's why I didn't do it last week, because that's the way I rock and roll. You're never too late. So I'm going to do it now and I'll post it, and everybody will still ooh and ah over it because they love seeing great ideas. I'm going to color this one actually to I'm going to do this one, this color as well, and we'll see whether we like it in black or like that, because really. So this is light petunia pop. I'll need the dark one first, the way I color. Okay, so stay on track, Lori. So new color is Melon Mambo, and that one is a great one to do this week, but I wanted to do this one. So Keisha does my graphics, and it's super cool, and she's also found quotes, which are super fun for summertime. And I sure appreciate her being a big part of the creativity for everyone group. With the Passport to Creativity, that's a summer paid program, and you're able to join. It's going to carry on actually through September, October, and we're going to go to the Christmas markets in mid-November to December. It's going to be so absolutely phenomenal. Keisha and I have been, we fish out stuff and we do destination-inspired places, because people don't do as much crafting as they should in the summertime often, which is kind of backwards because for some places it's so darn hot. I'm from Rocky Mountain House. It is not so darn hot. I was telling my husband today, friends of mine from Australia are like wearing beanies. And I said, well, so how cold is it? And they're like, well, like it's 11 degrees. I'm like, 11 degrees? That's my summer. Anyways, so it's absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful day today. And so in my world, it's, which one I kind of like these guys. I like the contrast, but we'll see. That being said, I maybe could do something to make this better. When you color with the own ink, sometimes it can be fine. Some inks are fine, and some they get 8, and so then you'd lose the definition. In this case, there's not a lot of definition to lose, if you know what I mean. They're flip-flops, so it might be just fine. I'm going to actually do this guy, this color. So I'm going to use just these 3 colors constantly, and I'm going to, oh, this isn't the dark, rats. Okay, I'll have to re-highlight that. If you color outside the lines half the time, it's okay. Okay, and I'm going to do this one too. So I'm just coloring. So half price sale with the Passport for Creativity, and that one is $25 instead of $50. And we are we're flying to Kyoto right now. Super fun. So we'll have all sorts of color challenges, a really pretty, what, Lori? A real pretty what? I think I need to do this color too. Spit it out, Laura. Sketch. Sorry, I'm coloring, thinking, and trying to tell you about the stuff. So again, you shop your own stash, so you totally can join from anywhere in the world, where you're Stampin' Up! Corner of the world, basically. And we play, as you see, with very old sets. We meet on Zoom once a week and get taught a fun little card with a summer vibe. A couple of them have not been as intricate as the fall time ones will be. I usually opt for a fun fold because I think fun folds are super fun. Ironically, or not ironically. And so, yeah, it's just fun. And you learn a lot. It's a great craftcation, I'm calling it. You actually will learn a lot about each place in the different things that we post. So Keisha and I have had a lot of fun. Keisha has found, so this is kind of weird to me. Without having the black line, It just kind of looks like I totally just went outside the line there. That's okay, but it's, and I don't know that I could do anything different, but, and I did go outside the line there, but, oh, sorry, I'm way off thing. But yeah, it kind of just looks like I went outside the line there. Okay. I'll continue along. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of dark here. And that maybe I'll do a dark, even though I would tend to think that was going to be light. I'll do the dark and maybe that'll be good. And I don't know, I guess I'll do the dark around here too. As you can tell, I didn't necessarily ever use this set before, so definitely wouldn't have done it with the blends before. Oh my gosh, what a mess. So now I have eaten up the the flip-flop thing. And it just looks like I'm coloring outside the lines now. All right, so I need to, and now I need to eat it up. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. Okay, I need to pull in some of this beautiful summer splash and go from there. I don't know if you have a mess very often, Keisha, but okay. And I think I'm going to just, I am going to color this. What color did I get? Dark. Hello, Lori. Okay, biggest rule of when you're coloring is that you are supposed to keep a light source in your mind, and that's where you put the dark and the light. And I just did dark up here and dark down there because I realized that this is actually going to be the top of the ball eventually. And so I kind of did it backwards, but that's okay. So when I did too much purple, I can almost blend that together. And then I'm going to bring in this dark peach as well. And while I have this in my hand, I will color some of this and go from there. So yes, we're getting started. You can definitely, if you join now, we'll get you going into the group and it'll be such fun. The half price is not because you're getting less content. In fact, you're getting more content than you ever want, basically, in a summer situation. Not so that you have like a buffet, so you can pick and choose what you'd like to work with. Maybe you love sketches, so there won't be a sketch that you'd like to miss. But maybe some of the other prompts are like, I don't know what you guys are doing. We're totally make-believing that we're on a trip, and so we're like in the markets and it's like, so what are you doing? There's coffee, maybe a coffee prompt or something, because we're going to go have coffee together or whatever. So if we go to, there's authors, so you can do an author prompt if you like to just be inspired by the arts, or like an artist as well. So yeah, so we're just having lots of fun is the bottom line. So come and join us. And shy of that, if you haven't yet joined the creativity group, do go over there. And even if you're not actively stamping, if you're not actively stamping right now, leaving a message for somebody that is would make their heart sing. You make my heart sing. Okay, I'm going to do some, and I might add a little tiny bit of blue actually. So this is a great time to use a little watercolor pencil. This one was in one of the kits at one point, I think. But if you use your Wink Stella as to spread the pretty color, it might work. Probably should have been at the top instead of this bottom, but there it is. I get quiet as I work at it. I'm putting a little bit more in than I necessarily needed to, but that's okay. Oh, and you know what? You guys are probably laughing at me. They're sunglasses. Hello, Lori. Okay. So now I need to do black. We could have rose-colored sunglasses. Rats. That's funny. Okay. Excuse me. I think we do have black. Oh, I have at least gray. I will do at least gray, but I think I actually have black. Light basic black. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, let's see. Okay, anybody, if you're having a heart attack because maybe we aren't supposed to go over top of Wink Stellar with our nibs, you're totally welcome to tell me. Don't do that because it might wreck the nibs. So it's so wet that it's not ideal. Let me tell you. It's not ideal. Have I said that yet? Okay. Yeah, you guys. Know that I'll likely restamp that. Is this black? Early espresso. I could do early espresso. If I can't find the black in a nanosecond. So this one is, I don't know if this is actually, it says it's black. I don't know if it's not the right one. It's an older version. I do somewhere have the black, but okay. Yeah, I don't think that works. So I can take a wet, again, this is going to be brown, but I can take a wet. I feel like gray would almost be better. Okay, I'm going to totally have to restamp these guys. I think I'm going to have to see which way I'd like it. Okay. I'll see if after that dries, I'll add some black and see what happens. Poor little things. Okay, I totally meant to do this though with this color, so let's carry on. Carry on my wayward child. Look at that, it's so distracting. I can't even. Hold on. I did find my snips the other day. Woohoo me. I have to cut this off. I was laughing, Keisha, when you said that everybody has lovely little squares when they're stamping, and there we are with our scraps. Your scraps are better than my scraps. I do need to bring in maybe a little tiny bit of brown. All right, Keisha would never throw stuff around though. They could have been reading glasses, but that's really bad. Ugh. Okay, I will bring them in, but not right now. Okay, here I'm going to put a little bit of dark. Again, I'm going to use that same idea of doing this outside line in the dark, and I'll come in with the light. And I'm good if I have a little extra. So yes, we got to have a sneak peek at what's coming, and it's pretty exciting. Keisha will tell you that she wasn't going to get more stamps, and now she has to because there's so many cool things to get. I love the new reward system. So when you set yourself up online, you get to choose your demonstrator. And if you need any help, I would totally help you choose stuff. But then you keep track of your own score, not your score. That's what you do in golf. You keep track of your own earnings. Well, Stampin' Up! Keeps track of your earnings. But you earn rewards on every purchase. And then you can redeem them sometime within the year on anything you'd like. So it's kind of nice. Sometimes I've heard some people saying that what they're planning on doing is to have, so should I do 3 colors or a couple? I have heard that some people are planning to not use them each, because so literally you make an order, you save 10% of it, or they put 10% into a bank for you, kind of thing. And so if it's a $90 order, you've got $9 approximately. And then the next time you can have a $90 order, but you could take out 9 of your reward dollars. And so now you're down to like 81. Or some people are like waiting and they're not taking out their 9s at a time each time. They're waiting 2 or 3 times and then going crazy. Okay, so I will look and see. I can still do 2 colors. I wanted to just have some like the inside of this being one color. I'm not sure if that would be real or not. Well, yeah, there's a couple different, I don't know if we're allowed to say what kind of things we're looking at. I kind of want the hat to be a straw hat, but I could do a peach parfait. That'll be okay. Peach pie. So this is the dark peach pie. So I'll do some dark peach pie. Oh, before I get too crazy, I'm going to do a band of a different color. That'll be pretty. What was I going to say to you guys? Oh, so we had a sneak peek quite a while ago, and I was convinced that I was going to get a snowflake set. And now there's 2 snowflake sets, and I was like, I totally wanted that one. I totally know that I wanted it. I saw some examples. I was like, yeah, I want that one. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, which one did I want? So I think that there's one, and now there's another. And I think I might bloody need 2. And I already have several. Again, this is why I love crafting with me, because we can use all of our old stuff too. But it's fun to get new stuff too. I love the new stuff. Okay, that's kind of snazzy. Makes me sort of see double with the lines. Did we decide that we're doing wild wheat? I know I could do wild wheat. Keisha knows that she's teasing me on the wild wheat because they would be very, very full. I would not be needing to worry about. Yes, I could have brought in the watercolor pencil. I should have done that in the first place. But then I don't know where my black is. What am I doing with this? I feel like I need to add the color. I think I'm going to do 3 colors. I'm going to add in the peach pie. And I'll add in the dark one in a few seconds. Let's see if this... I tend to prefer to use my soft first, my dark one first, and then use that. Okay, and then that guy, and is it the soft on both sides? Yes. And then this peachy, no, not peach. Good Lord, Lori. What is this called? Peekaboo? No. What's peekaboo? Peekaboo peach was an old color, wasn't it? Okay, well, you can use peekaboo peach in our craftcation too if you have it. Peekaboo peach. Wow, I haven't said that word for a long time, I don't think. All right, I'm not crazy about that. Can I just say? That's weird. Okay, well, I am not batting 100 right now. Let's go with that. Okay, I'm going to pull in a crumb cake for these sticks because I just feel like that'll be grounding. I have no idea. This is a lot of coloring, and I'm not even sure if this card's going to work. Boo. And now I got to do a lot of cutting. Here we go. Oh, thank goodness I found my nice scissors. Where did they go? And I have a light right in my eyeball. Can you even see? Hi, Anne. How are you doing? All right. Okay, here we go. I don't need to worry very much about this guy because I'm probably going to have to cut out another one. I don't mind the ball. Actually, a punch, a small circle punch might be a lovely idea. I don't mind fussy cutting at all. In fact, I often prefer it to using our dies sometimes, but round things are sometimes a little more difficult to do. Ooh. All right. Now I am trying to think, what am I going to do with this once I get it all cut out? Maybe when I lie it down, it'll make some sense to me. I love these guys. They turned out awesome, I think. What do you guys think? Which is what I saw in the first place. Well, it was hard not to see it because Keisha totally... How many people have did we not have a really big popsicle set? Or an ice cream set that you could totally bring in these colors. So the other day, I am a co-op shopper, And they were sampling, which they don't hardly ever sample at a co-op, but they were sampling. Candy floss popsicles. I can't say that I really liked it, but it was like a creamsicle in that it had a little bit of, but not actually ice cream in the middle. But I'm not sure if creamsicles have ice cream in the middle of them anymore either. Like the world changes so much, right? So a Revel is chocolate. I don't know in all over the world if it's the same, but here a creamsicle is an orange with a, used to be just a yummy, a real poppy bright orange flavored popsicle covering a delicious, rich ice cream. So I'm not sure that the ice creams are rich anymore. I do like this actually, Keisha. Not being wheat. And this actually would be very stunning also as the whole thing being green too. I don't know. Well, I guess I could like it as a petunia pop too. And Revels are chocolate covered ice cream. And again, I'm not sure that the ice cream is as good as it should be, as it once was. Okay. So if I cut these guys out, which of these two do you guys think you like? This has disappeared, so it's kind of hard to say that you like. The other thing, although the popsicles work, if I cut this away from here, the other thing, it kind of, if you have all the stuff, even though I like the idea of those flip-flops being that color instead of black, say for instance, it still makes it kind of weird that everything else is black and this has no black on it. So I don't know what the answer is 100%. I am going to try one thing weird and do. I was pretty certain I wasn't going to like this, but I don't really like them the way they are either. So sorry if somebody was like, that looks great. I figured the two of these. So that's super weird. Okay, done. And this poor little guy, I think he's dry enough. I'm going to try bringing in this black, but let's see. I'm going to do the big sweep. Oh. Yeah, I just don't know if you should color over top of your, that's not bad. Because you're also supposed to be careful of what ink you actually use with your, like you're not supposed to use stays on, right? With your blends. And so I'm just wondering if it's a big no-no to, so don't do as I do. And you don't even have to do as I say because I don't know which way it is. She laughs at herself. All right, now you guys are like, what are you going to do with all those pieces, Lori? You've taken 100 hours. I was going to do a short one today. Ha, I say. Not when you're coloring like a fiend, even with just 3 colors. It didn't take a lot of decision making to choose colors, but still took some time to color. I always say a very talented demo might have, by the magic of TV, pre-colored several of these. I was busy golfing. And I pretend like I'm not very serious, but I am. And I can, like I said, I can sure help you. So the question here is, leave the white in between. I think I will for now. I might come back. I might separate them out depending on what I put them on and blah, blah, blah. But at this point, I'll leave it like that. So I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator actually for 23 years. I'm one of the original Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And I have kind of been, I've hung out and done leadership things for most of the years just because I just really love Stampin' Up! I love what I do and do what I love and all that kind of good stuff. And when my daughters were all gone and I had a little empty nest a couple, 3, 4 years ago, I actually was like, well, I guess, or get off the pot. And so I earned the trip to Norway. It was actually something that it was so fun. So it was a boat. A couple years later, I was like, well, let's see if I was a one trip wonder. And I did it again last year. And we just came back from Disney World. I still have some hand lotion here, which I could put a little tiny bit on because my hands are looking rather dry. Oh, so much prettier. I should have done that a long time ago. Okay, so these guys are super fun. What am I going to do with them? I have no idea. Okay. Taking the scenic route. I wonder, can we pull this in? It's the right color. Can we like be like a bike and? It's all about being crazy sometimes. Take the scenic route and have some fun. So I don't love that guy anyways, but maybe I can be silly and just do this. You guys are like, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? I don't know. I think my husband's going to come in the door, so I'll have to close my door. Oh, my husband and my cousin are coming in, maybe. Okay, I'm not sure that I get to put all of this stuff on. So I definitely could do something silly like this. And trust me that I think this is really, I know that this is rather silly. It's not quite the right sizes, do you know what I mean? But I think it's still kind of fun. So one thing when you're using stickers, say, you'd want to not have a sneeze. Yeah. My husband plugged in his phone in my office.
Sorry, everybody.
Now he's just being needs it. Okay, so I don't mind this actually. And it's kind of silly, but it kind of might work. What do you guys think? Now this could almost, it still looks funny off there. So I don't mind having it down there. I don't even mind that, but maybe I can't even have these. Now there's 4 of those, but this is the 5th, maybe. So, and I don't think I want this. So, and I think breaking up that with that is better. All right, so I know it seems kind of silly. I kind of like it though. And then I would put that onto a white card base, which I should have one handy here, but I don't. Look, how do I not have a white card base? Yes, I do. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. So I just closed my door, for goodness sakes, and then my husband knock, knock, knock. Okay, so that's kind of a fun, silly idea. And then this is the other one that, now what are we going to do with this? We can pull in some bright green. Oh, you know what? Well, I can because I don't have the summer anymore. So although the splash is the whole idea behind this whole card, I don't have any splash right here in my thing, but I do have a splash ribbon. Let's see if I tie a ribbon. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. You're a silly, silly goose. And okay, so pretend, I think that's actually not a bad bow. I kind of want this to be longer though. So pretend it's great, but we could have something fun in there too. Okay. And I think this might be done. Oh, this is in Coastal Cabana. All right. All right. So and then another card could be done. So this is summer shade or something. And then if I had a piece of white and then some of these guys here and the popsicles, this is not going to work. This does not look good. No. Okay, I might need to come back to you guys on this. Oh, this one's the right color. Ho ho. So this could be lovely. Lovely, get it? Lovely. Not my work, but all right. You guys are like, what are you doing? I don't think that we're going to work with this right now. That seems kind of weird. And what I really would like is a nice circle of the right color Is this Summer Splash? It is. So this is still the right colors. And I think, do I have 3 of these? So I made a card not long ago that I had these, and evidently I didn't put it together. And it's going to serve me well right now. I don't know if we're going to use that after all. We might just make this stark. How fun is that going to be? You're like, kind of crazy, Lori. That's how fun that's going to be. I'm going to put this guy in here, back this way. I'm going to put this guy this way. Then I can have these the way I want them to be. And I can still have my lovely in here. That's kind of fun. But my lovely. And then I could have my little bow in here too. Sometimes you're just kind of forcing it. That's kind of fun. So to make this really perfect, I probably will put another layer of white, even white, though I think I still might use white, although this is getting lost on the white. And I also might not put this lovely, although it's kind of cool. But I might put like you are the greatest, but that's not very accurate. Love this place. No. I had some little words here, but they're too little. Haha. What does this say? Thank you for being you. That doesn't make any sense. I needed a little summer word. What summer words do we have? Ahoy! That's not good. Oh, there's beauty everything. This actually will be good. Just saying hello. That's fun. Let's stamp that. And we'll bring in this one. And it'll be fantastic. This is going to be so good. Oh, I have a circle here. Just saying hello. That might be kind of cool. No. I think better just to have some words. Oh, there's a big circle. Okay, hang on. That is not good. This is not big enough. Oh, boo. I have run out of scraps. Not crap, but scraps. Okay, hang on. Am I losing you? Throw a couple hearts at me. Give me some encouragement. Carry on, my wayward child. You're doing great, Lori. Finish it. Okay, what I definitely would want, look at how bubbly that went. I would use my spoon trick. Oh, here it is. I'm totally going to. So I use a spoon to push down the very inky stamp sets. You don't use, you're not taking the ink off. You're just pushing it down to actually get a nice little stamp situation. Better than not. Oh, that's totally crookey-eyed. And I'm off screen. I feel like I'm off screen. Hold on, I'll get back on here. I actually kind of like that crazy little one. That's so fun. What a pretty color. So this is Summer Splash, and it's last year's in color. I really blanked on that for 5 seconds, didn't I? Okay, over here, I'm sure I have a something. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to cut this. I think my hello is slightly crookey-eyed. Okay. I think. Things to have, if you had a cloud, that would be a cloud embossing folder. That would be kind of fun behind here. I have music notes. That's not going to be great. I'd like to just use white. What other embossing folders could we use? Okay, so I'm going to use a brick wall. The alternative of that is snowflake, so that'd be weird. Although it'd be frosty, maybe that'd be okay. I like the idea of white on white though, and a cooler blue. And so then we'd have the just saying hello, and just, this is actually kind of fun, frosty and cold. So just silly, just totally silly. I'm gonna have this up here for once, which is unusual. So I might, oh, okay, I need to cut around this guy, which is sort of sad. Boo. Because he's too top heavy. He needs to be this direction, if you know what I mean. All right, rats. I was 2 seconds away from being done. And now I need to cut. Hang in with me, you guys. We're on the final Jeopardy. Just saying hello. Oh, I like that. Nice. Cool. I like it. Okay, these guys can go there. And I kind of like this silly little one. I know that's kind of silly, but there's my 2 little fun things. Zoom back in. Thank you for hanging out with me through to the end. That kind of turned out kind of cute. So, yeah, you can always dress up what you thought you were done with. I think that's kind of a sweet idea. So taking the scenic route and just saying hello with a very old stamp set, Day at the Beach, and me, Mr. Dress Up. No, I'm just teasing. Thanks for a little heart, you guys. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And if you have any questions, touch base with me for sure. So send me a message. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. I'll be back live at 8. It'll be great. Tomorrow night, Tuesday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.